welcome to my channel. Here we are going to be working on the making of the sectional views of this object, as we have two cutting planes. So we have cutting plane AA and we have cutting plane BB. The cutting plane AA goes in this direction, so it goes in this direction like this as we have it here, and the direction of the arrow is, we have it in this direction and we have it, the arrow facing this direction. What does that mean? It means that this object is cut by the cutting plane, then we remove this part, and then based on the direction of the arrows, so we want to see what we have left on this face along this part here. And then for the cutting plane BB, it goes in this direction like this, and then it goes like this. So, and then the arrow is in this direction, this also is in this direction. It means that we cut off the upper part, we remove this, and then we want to see what we have left here. Alright, so let's start with that of the section AA. Alright, for section AA, what we are going to do here is just to, we are going to produce something like, so we are going to have this face, and then with this, okay, there will not be line, the line will not be here again, okay. So we are going to have something like this with this face, so as part of it, so a line at this point will not be there again. Then we are going to have this this rectangle joined together with this. So that's what we are going to have for the section AA. So the first thing that we are going to do here is to we are going to draw a horizontal line. So we have horizontal line here like this, okay. So and then I'm going to take a measurement as we have here. Distance from here to here is 15, from here to here is 50, and from here to here is 10. So we take those distances. So I will take my ruler, and before that I'm going to draw a short vertical line here, so it goes up like this, okay. So and then I'm going to take a measurement of 15 millimeters here. This is 15. Then after that I will take 50 millimeters, okay. So this is 50 millimeters. Then I will take 10, so this is 10 millimeters. At this point I'm going to draw a vertical line at this point. So okay, drawing this vertical line, even it is not even needed, okay. So let me bring the figure. As I said that, so we are going to have this part here merge with this part, okay. So the distance from here to here is 5 millimeters, so which means that I need to take a measurement of 5 millimeters from this point, okay. So this is 5 millimeters, and at this point I will draw a vertical line at this point, so which goes up like this, okay. So let's leave that for now. Alright, so another thing that I'm going to do here is that I'm going to take the distance from here to here. So distance from this point to this point is 20, while the distance from here to here, the total height is 45. So I'm going to take a measurement of 45 millimeters from this point. This is 45 millimeters. Coming here, I will take a measurement of 20 millimeters. So this is 20 millimeters. So this, and also, so there's another part that I need to take its measurement. So we have the thickness from here to here is 14 millimeters. So I need to take that measurement. So from here I will take 14 millimeters down. So this is 14 millimeters here. So at this point, so I'm going to erect a vertical line, a short vertical line at this point. So go up like this, and then from this point I will also erect a short vertical line, and coming to this point here, so I'm going to draw a horizontal line between these two lines, okay. Then at this point, so I'm going to draw a horizontal line at this point, so I'm not going to let it touch this. So there's something that I need to do here now, okay. So I want the line to be more visible, okay. So let me bring the object for us to take another distance, but before that we need to draw a horizontal line from this point. So we draw a horizontal line from this point to this side, and then so I'm going to take a measurement now. So here we have that, okay. So from here to here will be 20 millimeters. That is 15 plus 5, So that is 20 millimeters. So I need to come on this line and take a measurement of 20 millimeters forward. This is 20 millimeters, and at this point I'm going to draw a vertical line. So I will draw a vertical line down. So this is the vertical line here, and here I'm going to join this together. Okay, so join this together like this. Alright, so we have this for now. So the next thing that we are going to do here is to make the triangle, that is the web. So this component is called a web. Okay, so this web now, so we have the distance from, okay, let me see what we have here. I think distance from here to here, that distance is not given. Okay, distance from here to here is not given, but I'm going to take it as 10 millimeters. I will take it as 10 millimeters. So that's what I will do. So what I need to do now is to come to this front face here, and I will take 10 millimeters inward. So this is 10 millimeters. Okay, so and I will join these 2 points together, so making it a thick line at once. So this will be the elevation of the web. So we have this like this. So the next thing that we are going to do here, we need to make this line thick before we do the arching of this surface. Okay, so I'll pause the video and quickly do that. Alright, the next thing that we are going to do is to hash this surface, because the solid part that the cutting plane touch, the cutting plane AA, so it's the solid part that it touch. So but we are not going to hash the web, so we are going to leave the web unhashed. So when the cutting plane goes like this on the web, so the web will not be hashed. So let's take note of that. So let's do the arching together. So I have my 45 degrees square here. As I said, we do the arching using the 45 degrees square most times. Okay, so we are arching this surface as I'm doing it here. So arching lines are produced or are drawn within continuous line, and they are to be equally spaced. So the space between the arching lines, you are not to measure, so you are just to use your eyes to take the distances between the arching lines. Okay, so that is what I'm doing here. It is very simple. Okay, so then we also produce a line here. Okay, then so move. So looking at the space. Alright, so then we also move. So we draw this, and then we also come here and draw. So this part will not be hashed, so as you see it in the diagram, so we leave it like that because it cuts under the object. And then so we put the action line here, and then we put the action line here. So we have hashed this surface now. So what we have to do now, we need to write it here. This is for section AA. So this is section AA as we have here. As I said, the web is to be left unhashed. Now let's go and see how we can make section BB. Alright, for section BB, we have the cutting plane. So it's cut, so it goes in this direction like this, and then we have the arrow pointing down. So what it means is that the upper part is cut off. So if you look at the web, so a little part of the web is cut, so not the whole of it. So what we are going to do is that we are going to draw the whole of this surface. We draw this rectangle, so this will be a rectangle including this part, and then we are going to have this shape down here with this. Okay, so we don't have to draw the hidden details, because the cut on at this point and also at this point will be hidden from us in the plan. So we don't I'm not going to draw that. So what we just have to do is to draw the surface, draw a rectangle for the web, and then we also draw this shape here. Then we are going to hash. So let's start and see how that can be done. So the distance from here to here is 45. So we can just project. So for the length from here to this end, we can just project from what we have done here for the section AA. So that is what we are going to do. So let's quickly work that out. So at this point here, I'm going to draw a vertical line. So I draw a vertical line down. Okay. Alright, so also at this point, so for the web, so I'm going to draw a vertical line down here. Then at this point, I will also draw a vertical line down. Okay, so coming to this point here, I will draw a vertical line. So that 5 millimeters that we took then, which we didn't use in the section AA, so we need to draw a vertical line down, and then I will come up here and draw a horizontal line. Okay, just like we are drawing the orthographic view. Okay, then I will take a measurement of 45 millimeters as the width of the whole object. So 45 millimeters as the width of the whole object. So this is 45 millimeters, and I will divide that 45 by 2 so that I can be able to draw the plan of the web. So 45 by 2 will give us 22.5. This is 22.5 here. So at this point, I'm going to draw a center line. So draw a center line like this. Okay, so then this end, I'm going to draw a line like this. Okay, so we have this, and then so for the cut that we have within the object, so let me bring on this end, so let me bring the object so that we can see what we have to do. So as we have that from here to here is 25 millimeters. So this 25 millimeters shape, we have to bring it out. So 25 by 2 will give us 12.5. So from this middle point, so we take 12.5 to this side. This is 12.5 here. Okay, and then also from here we also take 12.5. So this is 12.5. So at this point, so I'm going to draw a line from here to here. So it will be a thick line, and I'll also do the same thing here, so making it a thick line like this. Okay, then you can bring out that shape that we see on the object. So you make this line a thick line, and also this line from here to here, you make the thick line. We also make this a thick line from here to this end. So we have this. Okay, so and then for the web, so let's work out the web. The thickness of the web is 9 millimeters as we have it in the drawing. So 9 by 2 will give us 4.5. So from the center line here, I will take a measurement of 4.5 to this side. So this is 4.5. Okay, and then 4.5 to this side. So this is 4.5. So at this point, I'm going to draw horizontal line, so making it a thick line from here to this end. Okay, and then I will also do the same thing here, so from here to this end here. So I will do the same thing here. Okay, so this line will also be a thick line. So this line will be a thick line from here to this end. Okay, so and then we also make this line a thick line. Then on this side, so this will be a thick line from this point to this end here. So we have it like this. Okay, so and also on this side we also have the same thing, but there's something that we need to work out here for the web that we have here. So this line also, so this line, so from here to here, so we make it a thick line, and from here to here we also make it a thick line from here to here. Okay, now the cutting plane BB, so the way it goes on the object, so look at it. So the way it goes on the object, it goes like this. So for this part of the web, so the distance from here to here is not given. The distance is not given, but let me see. The distance is not given, but I'm looking at it that it should be 10 millimeters down. 10 millimeters down. Okay, that 10 millimeters down. So looking at what we have here, so I'm looking at distance from here to here. I think it is half of the whole of it. So it is half of the whole of it. So that half, let me, so what is the distance? So what is distance from here to here, from this point to this point here? So what is the distance? So I'm looking at it as it's 55 millimeters, or okay, it's 55 millimeters. So if I divide 55 by 2, so 55 by 2, or instead of doing that, so let's take the distance on the vertical. I think that is the best way to look at it, since that distance is not given. Where the cutting plane touch this part is not given. So let's take it as 10 millimeters, as I've said before. So this is, okay, so that's 10. Okay, let's break it down. So I think distance from here up, so this is 25 millimeters. So 25 by 2 will give us 12.5. So let's do that. So let's make it 12.5. So that is better. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to draw the line. I will draw horizontal line, so partially here. So then, so what we have to do now is to draw a vertical line down from this point. So we draw a vertical line down from this point, so where it touches the hypotenuse of that triangle. So now, so when the cutting plane goes like this on the web, okay, I want to bring the object. So when the cutting plane goes like this on the web, okay, so this part that it's cut off, we need to hash it. So we are going to hash this surface, unlike here. So when the cutting plane goes as cutting plane AA goes on the web like this, we are going to leave the surface unhashed. But for this type of cutting plane on the web, we have to hash the part that it cut on it. Okay, so what we are going to hash is that we are going to hash this surface. We are going to hash this surface. The cutting plane does not touch this surface. Okay, so let me bring it for us to see. So the cutting plane, if you look at the cutting plane, it doesn't touch this surface, it doesn't touch this surface, and does not touch this surface. So it only touched this surface, it cut this off, and it cut this off. So we have to hash this surface and this surface. And do not forget what I said, that when the cutting plane goes like this on the web, you have to hash the part that it cut on the web. But if it is in that of cutting plane AA, so you leave the web unhashed. So let's take note of that. So we are going to hash this surface now. So I will take my 45 degrees set square, so putting it on the ruler like this. So I'm going to hash both of them together. So I'll just hash like this. Okay. So don't forget that the hatching lines are drawn with thin continuous line and equally spaced. So I need to do that here. Okay, and then so here I'll follow this line. Alright, so then for here I will, okay, so we have this, and then move away, so draw this together, and then so we also draw it like this, and here we draw, and then move away and draw this, and then we also draw from here, and from here we also draw. Okay, then alright, so we have the surface hashed. Alright, here we have section B. It's as simple as I've done it here. All you have to do is to practice, and when you practice this, you become a master at it. Thank you, keep on practicing, and God bless you.